Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, February 21st, 2020. I'm Fredicia Liburd. Supervisor of Elections for St. Kitts and Nevis, Elvin Bailey, on February 20th, 2020, delivered an address regarding the by-election for District 5 in Nevis on March 5th, 2020.
The register of voters for this election consists of the persons who were registered to vote as of 31st January 2020. This is in accordance with Section 48(1) and 2 of the National Assembly Elections Act, which indicates that the register is made up of the annual register and all previous revised monthly lists. The writ from the Governor General, having been issued on 14th February, means that the annual register of January 31st and all those persons who were registered in December and by January 31st and whose registration was uncontested will be allowed to vote. Electors will cast their votes at the Cotton Ground Community Center at 2 voting stations, at the Jessops Community Center again at 2 stations, and at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, the Southern or Craddock Road side, where there will be 1 station.
Bailey also spoke about other rules and regulations regarding Election Day.
Polls will be open at 7 a.m. on voting day and close at 6 p.m. Any and all persons in line in the precinct of the polling stations at 6 p.m. will be allowed to vote. Anyone who comes in line after 6 p.m. will not be allowed to vote. Persons whose national identification cards have expired, persons who have misplaced or lost cards, once properly registered, will be allowed to vote on presentation of any other form of government-issued picture identification. The presiding officers and agents of the candidates will also be equipped with picture lists to aid in identification of voters.
Nomination Day is slated for Tuesday, February 25th, 2020. Work continues apace in the water enhancement project at the Hamilton Reservoir compound and the installation of distribution mains to and from the newly constructed steel gas-fused 400,000-gallon water tank has commenced. It will replace the existing fiberglass tank. During a visit to the work site on Wednesday, February 19, 2020, manager of the Nevis Water Resource Management Department, Floyd Robinson, spoke to the Department of Information on the status of the project to date.
Currently, we are just now installing the distribution mains to switch over from that old tank that we are going to dismantle after this process is done. So currently we have some works going on where we have a distribution main going towards Craddock Road and one will be feeding Charleston proper when the tank is going to be fully commissioned. The other part of the other component of the project that we were doing also was the test pumping of the well that is going to be serving this area. We did test pump the well for about a week to make sure that the well was still consistent, and we are satisfied that we are going to be able to have sustainable water from that well at about 230 gallons per minute. That's equal to over 330 gallons per day. So the well test has been completed. We're just waiting for this part of the project to be done. And then with the old reservoir being dismantled, the filtration system will be installed. And again, the filtration system is going to remove the excess manganese and iron that's currently in the well that we just developed.
Regarding the installation of the filtration system, Robinson noted that dismantling of the fiberglass tank is expected to commence during the week of February 24th, 2020, once there are no further delays due to the recent out-of-season rains.
So we are looking at dismantling of the tank to start next week. Should take about a week, and then shortly after that we will start the construction for the filtration system. The major components of the system, components are already on island. We are awaiting 2 backwash tanks, which are soon to be here, but the major component of the system is already on island. So it has about 5 different parts that go together to make the system, and only 2 sections we are waiting for. And like I said, when everything is here, or even before everything is here, we could start installing different components. So we're just now waiting for the tank to be dismantled, and then the filtration system will be erected.
Construction for the system is expected to take about 30 days once there are no weather delays, after which it will be up and running. The following is a notice from the Premier's Ministry in the Nevis Island Administration. An invitation is extended to all persons on the island of Nevis to join the Team Unity Administration in a church service of thanksgiving, worship and praise on the occasion of its 5th anniversary of governance. The service will take place at 11 a.m. on Sunday, February 23rd, 2020 at the Shiloh Baptist Church in Ramsbury, Charlestown, Nevis. Still to come, Premier's monthly press conference to take place on Thursday, February 27th. The details right after this break.
The Department of Agriculture, in collaboration with local farmers around Nevis, presents another farmers market at the top of Government Road, Friday, February 28th. You heard me right. Friday, February 28th. And the special for this farmers market is pumpkin and onions, going at $1 per pound. So you heard me right. Friday, February 28th, top of Government Road is the next farmers market.
Welcome back. The two-day 31st intersessional meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, wrapped up in Barbados Wednesday, February 19th, 2020, with Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris proclaiming it a success upon his return to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I think it was a very productive meeting, and certainly the heads of government succeeded in advancing the agenda of deepening the integration among our people and countries making up CARICOM, Prime Minister Harris said. In relation to their discussions surrounding a CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis stated, "We saw efforts being made to accelerate the free movement of people to broaden the prospects for more investments between member states." The Prime Minister noted that while in principle St. Kitts and Nevis is supportive of the free movement of the factors of production such as labor, capital, and technology, we would wish that as it pertains to free movement of people, that be a managed process. The CARICOM heads of government welcomed the offer from Jamaica to provide scholarships to assist member states in building their technical and vocational education and training TVET capacity. The heads of government further agreed to establish a prime ministerial subcommittee led by the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and including the heads of government of Barbados, Belize, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Lucia, and Trinidad and Tobago to review the work of a previous group as it relates to issues of implementation, financing, and institutional arrangements for governance. The subcommittee is expected to submit recommendations to the 41st regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government. The meeting will take place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from July 2nd to 3rd, 2020. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, will host his monthly press conference on Thursday, February 27th at 10 a.m. It will be held at the Cabinet Room on the second floor of the Social Security Building at Pinnis Estate. Premier Brantley will provide an update on matters of national interest, and members of the press will have the opportunity to ask questions. The press conference will be broadcast live on the Nevis Island Administration's Nevis Television, NTV Channel 99, NevisTVOnline.com, NTV Go app, Nevis Television Facebook page, and Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Felicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.
The Department of Gender Affairs, in collaboration with Amikasi Millinery and Accessories, are offering a beginner's millinery hat course. March 16th to 20th, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Department of Gender Affairs Conference Room. Registration fee $50. Deadline February 28th, 2020. For further information, contact 469 5521 extension 6750. Go on, you owe it to yourselves.